After we finished the plumbing fix in the shower floor, Dennis had some time and was nice enough to help out with getting the cabinet assembly started. He built his own house in 1987, and he's been a wealth of information over the years when I've run into sticking points on different aspects of the house build. Having resources available who are willing to lend their knowledge when you aren't sure which way to go with something can be the difference between an easy day or a long, horrible weekend.
Is the screw holding this in?
I think the screw is holding it in. You gotta be kidding me. Well, what good does that do? What a brilliant idea, except it doesn't work.
It's definitely holding it in. It definitely was holding it in. The question is, how is it holding it in? No, it was holding it in because when you get in there, it's truncated.
Oh.
That hole is truncated and you can't get all the way through. All right, it's time to do a little modification on the vise. So when I bought these, I thought I was buying Bessie's. They look exactly like the Bessie clamp. I bought them off Amazon, and I did not realize they were a different brand. They look exactly like the Bessie. And all the specs, if you look at the specs, they copied the specs of the Bessie. And the description is even a copy of the specs on the Bessie. But I think we just found a flaw. There we go. I'm gonna wash my hands because I'm leaving dirty handprints all over this thing. That was part of his stuff. Part of his stuff.
Yeah, I hit on. So did you buy that tool just for this?
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what it is. And I had to modify it.
I bought all kinds of tools when I built my house because I figured it's all part of the cost. It's going to cost more if I pay someone else to do it.
Did you sell them after?
Oh no, I still got all my tools.
Yeah.
That's for the next house. So it'll be cheaper. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Is your wife sold on it?
Oh, she wants to build a cabin that's like humongous. I can't talk her down small enough in size.
I was grateful for the help, and I enjoyed the conversation as well. We get lost in the work up here sometimes, and it's nice to have a reminder of what it's like to socialize a little bit, even when there's work being done. That little clamp really is handy for joining a run of face frame cabinets. It pulls the cabinets together and holds the face frame flush to each other. That little tool does what it usually takes 3 or 4 clamps to do, and it does it with a lot less massaging. It also has a guide that's properly spaced for your drill bit. Then that guide moves to the side so that you can get your cabinet screw in there and join them together before you've ever taken the vise off. The only downside was the set that I bought needed to be widened a little bit to let a standard cabinet screw fit all the way through it.
we've got the easy levels put on the bottom of this cabinet in 4 spots so that it joins where they're all joined together. There's an easy level, and those pieces are joined together for strength. We've got spacers in the back here because these are face frame cabinets. Got a spacer at the top and the bottom of the back. We're getting ready to flip these over and slide them back into this crevice where they're going to go. Should slide back pretty easy. It's all one piece now. Go. Just like butter. Ooh.
Look at that.
Hey baby,
Well,
you want to see your cabinets?
those 30-inch?
30-inch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love them.
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
That's gonna be a really nice use of space. It fits perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it should be.
Nice.
Now,
I'm happy.
all right. So you'll have that line just like you see it right now.
Okay.
Right. So this is a self-leveling laser right now, right? So it's going to find the level the way it should be. Let me fasten this. There we go. All right. It's split. It's not level,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
All right.
You're so excited to do this. You're such a boy.
Move to the back first.
Oh, look at that.
We've got it split on the front already,
Right?
right?
Yes.
If it's too much, you back off a little bit, it'll settle down. And that's it. That's pretty level.
So you
That back-
didn't have to do it on like you have just one level. One.
In the back, I need to bring it up one.
Yeah. So you think this was worth more than better than the shims?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that's better than shims.
I'm sold. That is awesome.
How hard was that?
That is awesome.
It takes talent to do it with shims.
Does it?
Yeah, that
I wouldn't know.
didn't take a lot of talent. That just took some time. I had to drill some holes, put some screws in. That's level.
It is pretty.
That's pretty good. And if I need to make any adjustments, and I will, I just come back and make the adjustments. And when I'm satisfied, I put the toe kick on the bottom, and we're finished. And we never look at that again.
Okay.
You get it to the height you want it. You drill your screws into the back to hold it up. Now that's a 1/4 inch low here, so I would bring this up.
Uh-huh.
And so in the back. Right?
Right. As much.
Yeah. And since I know that I've got to bring this up by a total of a 1/2 inch, because this side was a 1/2 inch low, I've got to bring this up to match over there. Yeah. This is a ton easier.
Okay. I believe you.
And then when you're done, shoot some screws
Yep.
back.
Gonna screw it in at the bottom and at the top. That way it's fastened to the wall. It's got the supports underneath that it needs. You're good to go.
So happy you're happy.
That's super easy. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the road.
Aw, thanks for coming.
It was fun. I learned a lot.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate the help.
Yeah.
You guys that was a savior in the bathroom. Like knowing what has to be done is a big difference than thinking you know what has to be done. Okay. Turn this right side up. So all the things get it away from the fridge.
Feed it almost through.
I'm gonna feed them all through. Give the metal a little bit of a, there we go.
Oh, go.
It won't go?
Yeah.
What I got? Let me have it.
Ah. Oh my god.
Boom. Whoop whoop.
Oh my gosh, like, you know what? I'm gonna remind you sometimes that
Sometimes you just need to give a little tug.
Yeah, and then sometimes you break.
Well, nothing broke.
Okay.
All right. That's the first one. Look at that. Corner cabinet.
It looks really good, actually.
Darn right it looks good.
But there's gonna be a hole in the next cabinet
Yes,
too.
both of them. I've already cut a hole in this one right here.
But it's on the bottom, so you don't even see it.
It's on the bottom, you don't see it. I just
So you
gotta,
still have to screw these into the, even though this is a corner cabinet? Oh,
yes, everything gets screwed in.
Yeah.
Everything gets fastened to the wall so it can't fall
So
out.
how come there's more of a gap right here? than
Because your
this?
carpenter was a bum. You hired a bum for a carpenter.
I don't really care, you'll never see it.
So that's why.
It'll be strong.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
There'll be braces behind there to fill that gap so that it's tightened into the wall.
Okay.
And also it provides any stability necessary for the
stone.
granite. We
Alright,
should be good.
I'm gonna get her going.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Thank
go.
you.
Thanks, babe. It looks awesome.
I'm gonna figure out what I need to do for this and I'll be home in a bit. So you can see the laser cutting on the front edge of the cabinet. Now this entire cabinet is gonna have to be lifted up because the floor is about a 1/2 inch lower over here than it is on the other side. That was my main motivator in using the easy levels. It's because I didn't like the idea of having 1/4 inch shim underneath the cabinet. I didn't trust that it would have longevity, that it would stay there. And I want these things to reach the level they need to be, get fastened in, and always be exactly like that, and rock solid stable. The nice thing about this is that all I have to do to get that back corner up is turn this crank here. There you go. Boom. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It cuts nice and level right across the back. I can bring that side up a little bit. Perfect. It's cutting right across it. You can see the line on the edge and you can see the line behind it. That is about as good as it could possibly get. I may have to make some adjustments on this once I get the sink cabinets in, but as far as being level, this one is about perfect. Well, it's about noon. Daylight, obviously. Kind of a dreary day. Overcast, cold, winter is back. I need to get the sink cabinet in here. Now, this line is 24 inches. off the wall. Your standard dishwasher is 24 inches. I want to make sure that I don't put the edge of the cabinet any closer than that. And in fact, I want to add a little bit to it for the 1/4 inch of the face, so that if we ever swap this out, whatever goes in there should be expected to fit in with no problem. So that being said, it's a 36-inch cabinet, and I'm about 17 inches off that line to the center of the drain. About 17 and a half. Size these up the way that they're going to go together. I'm going to have to disassemble them in order to get it over the pipe.
Right.
But
Screwing them together, right? These two?
yes, I have to drill another hole through here.
Right.
That hole is where the water and the electric go. I'm just thinking about what I have to do with it.
I'm thinking about painting.
I do need another hole for the pipes to come up.
Can't go through that same hole down at the bottom?
That pipe goes through that hole.
Right.
Your
And
water
that's
pipes don't come up through that hole.
Okay, so we need another hole over to the side,
Yep, and I need a hole for the electric to come up.
which is another hole.
That is correct. That is 3 holes. Very good. Going back a minute. I need to get all that stuff in there, and we need to lift the cabinet carcass up and set it down over that hole.
Okay. So you don't want to do that just one time, we're just dry fitting?
No, we're not dry fitting anything. Once we get that sucker in there, we're
Oh,
done.
yay, okay.
Oh, that's gonna fit. I already know that's gonna fit. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. I think I just have like PTSD from when we were doing the sink. So this is my thought. I would turn this to the side, I would thread the stuff through this way, and then I would lift it on.
You're within 6 inches of this. You're about this
Right.
far away from
I
this.
know, that's what I'm saying. Turn this to the side, thread it through one time. Okay.
Alright, we're gonna try it your way.
Oh,
We're
I
gonna
love
see.
it.
You're gonna love it until I start using profanities, and then you're not gonna love it so much.
Okay. So what do you want to throw first, water or electric?
They're all going through the same hole.
They are. You want some water first?
That's fine.
Okay. So through all, and then it goes through here,
Yep,
and then goes up here.
yep.
Okay, and which hole do you want to do?
That first hole.
Okay.
I think this is the dishwasher, in the same hole, all the way through. Yep.
Once again, I'm adding the easy levels to the bottom of the cabinets. They're stainless steel, they're rugged, they'll last the lifetime of the cabinets. I have no connection to the company. I just really like the tool. It only added a few $100s to the total cost of the cabinet run.
All right, all the screws are in this. I've gone ahead and put spacers between the cabinets at the back of the cabinets so that they can maintain the distance that they have between the face, and because we're going to try and lift this entire unit up and maneuver it around onto that pipe, I've put additional spacers at the front, both at the bottom and at the top, to give it more structural integrity. Darling, I'm ready for you. I think if we edge it over this way a little bit and then stand it up,
Like my plan?
Yes, ma'am, like your plan, you get full credit.
Yes, okay.
And if this fails, it's your fault.
Okay.
Best part.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that. You want to do a little more?
I think we should stand it up and start
Okay.
edging it over that way.
Alright.
Careful.
I'm watching the wires. I'm ready to put it on. You ready to put it on?
Be over here, you want to be over there.
No, because he'll blame me. Here, over there.
You're not going to be able to be in there. It's 4.5 inches. I love you, but you're not going to fit in that.
Okay. How far?
Over your way. Over toward you. And down. Got to go back to the wall.
Okay.
What's squeaking?
Wait, it's on the wire, babe?
Hold on.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever's squeaking is your side. Yeah, we're not trying to. What this?
We're done.
This is end.
Done.
Not coming out.
Nope. Don't have it on camera, but, you know, camera was pointed the other direction.
Sure.
You have to take it out and do it again so we can get a picture of that. No?
No.
Okay. All right, it's in.
Okay.
It needs to come over just a little bit.
Which way?
This direction. There.
That's it?
That's it.
What about that electric one right there?
Which one is it?
Good question. That one? The one you just touched?
Did it move?
Yeah. Yeah, how do you think I knew it was that one? That's awesome. My hands will fit right in there. Wow, that's significantly
I'm going to make a
better.
little platform for it.
Right.
So that it's smooth.
I'm going to put a little grid on there.
The cabinet is square. I'm thinking the wall's not. I wonder how that happened.
Yeah. Who did that? That's pretty amazing. Oh, it's gonna look awesome. Okay, I love this. There's so much counter space for prep. Like for the stove, to put the hot items over here. This is like wet prep for making salads and stuff. And then Lauren's bread making area over there. So this is awesome. There's a lot of space. This is more space I've ever had. Definitely.
It's more space than we've had for 4 years. Half our marriage. So,
Yeah.
because we've been renting.
I know. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I just need to get this thing lowered down and leveled.
Oh, you're already seeing where you want to level it out.
Yep. Well, it touches right here, so it cuts, the laser cuts on this line right here,
Yeah.
and this one right here, so that looks like that's the highest point. I'm just looking at the back of them as well, so.
This looks definitely lower than that right there.
Yeah, well, I've already lifted that one up and leveled it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
So how are you gonna lower that?
I'm not gonna lower it, you go by the highest one, that's just coming up more.
It's gonna come up more. All right.
You pick the highest one and you make the others match.
Got you. All right, I'm getting back to painting. Thank you.
All right.
I love
See if I can get this leveled out.
While we still have a ways to go, this is a milestone, and just a few short months ago, it seemed so far away that it was difficult to imagine what it would look like. As I walked up to the house this week, I looked out at the front field, and I laughed and said, yeah, that's my front yard, but I still need to burn a couple of piles of debris from 5 or 6 years ago. I don't think I'll ever take the house for granted, but sometimes I forget the road that it took to get us here, and how we ended up standing in that kitchen. For most of history, the kitchen was nothing like it is today. It was a dark and uncomfortable place that smelled. If there was a luxury of multiple rooms to a house, the kitchen was placed as far away from the rest of the house as possible, often in a basement. For homes that didn't have this luxury of space, cooking often happened in front of the same open fireplace or on a metal stove that served to heat the house. And in the summertime, food might be prepared outside. Today's kitchens are meeting places. It is where we often do the bulk of our socializing. And even for people who seldom cook, a well-appointed kitchen has become a highly desired feature. Jafana has been planning this kitchen for 7 years. And in that time, both on paper and in her head, it has gone through countless iterations, with the chosen appliances changing accordingly. I've had a few people ask what we'll do once we're moved in. I think I'd like to sleep for a week, but the truth is that even after we move in, we won't be done with the house, and we haven't even started on building the animal barn yet. The truth is, we're just getting started. Thanks for watching. Come on back and see us again at BreakHeartOrchard. We still got a few surprises up our sleeves.
I knew I was gonna do that.
What'd you do?
Jam my throat on that stupid thing.
You okay?
You know, I was working on the tractor one day and I did that on the sprayer so hard that I almost took myself out.
What, broke your windpipe?
Yeah, I had a dent in it for like 3 months.
Before you put it all together, make sure you take all the tape off.
I don't really want it bad.